Radio Raheem here with the SOG Andre Ward. You have accomplished something that many thought you couldn't do. Step up and wait, take the champion down, and take those titles home back to Oakland. When we look at the Canelo-Lara fight, Canelo squeaked by that fight. We looked at Triple G and Danny Jacobs. A controversial, very close decision. Neither one of these fighters in victory had the demand on them that you had to take this rematch after stepping up and wait and dethroning the champion. What do you think is the difference between them and you? Is this a double standard?
We're just gonna jump right into it, huh?
I only got 2 minutes.
No warm up. Listen, man. You know, I said this earlier to the media. You know, I cared more about that stuff, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Trying to, bang the wall and get people to see different things like you just mentioned. But as I've gotten a little older, like, this is my lane. And I've embraced it. This is the lane that God has for me. And it's actually made me who I am today. Being in this lane caused me to get up from the canvas in that second round and press the way we did. Dealing with some of the things that we deal with as a team, maybe some double standards, maybe being marginalized, minimized, all those different things you deal with, that kind of stuff forges you. And it just gives you a resolve that, you otherwise wouldn't have if you didn't go through that stuff. So I definitely know where you're coming from. I watch boxing, I see certain things, but it's just more about me just focusing on my lane and understanding, why I'm in my lane, and then looking at how it benefits me. And just like I've been saying throughout this whole promotion, this man had a soft cushion to fall on. And I said it before the fight. I told him that if he loses, he'll get the benefit of the doubt. There'll be some excuse or some reason why, and he won't take ownership for it, and that's what's happening. I said, but on the flip side, I said, I'm not gonna have that. I said, it's hard pavement down there, and that's what I'm gonna have to fall on. So when it's hard pavement down there and it's gravel, you try everything in your power not to hit that ground. And I'm not talking about literally, I'm talking about figuratively. You don't want to fail. So I embrace the lane I'm in, man, and I'm good with it.
A lot has been made of the business of boxing. You make a point of it. It's only going to be 7 months between the end of the first fight and the rematch. It seems, though, as though the rematch took a long time to put together. People were worried that it wouldn't happen. You even talked retirement somewhere in the negotiations. Was this fight always a foregone conclusion for you? And if you say you didn't need the fight, what would you have done if if you didn't get the terms that you wanted for this fight?
I mean, the retirement talk was in the beginning before there was any negotiations. At a certain point, the fight was a foregone conclusion. I just wanted to rest, take my time and process, what I wanted to do next. But like I've said throughout this whole promotion, once me and my team had an opportunity to speak and put our heads together, it made sense. And this fight isn't about me proving anything, because, I beat him already. There's no rule that says if you beat him by a point that like you just said, there's other close fights that are happening where there's no demand for a rematch. So I'm not going to play that game. This fight is for my fans and my supporters who have been riding with me and supporting me for as long as they have. This is what I feel would be a great shot in the arm for the sport of boxing. So this is for them, and this is for the sport. This really isn't about me.
The other aspect of this business, it can be a dirty business when it comes to who's going to make more money and who can generate more money for the sport. The first time they said that you're American, it would have been better for you to win the fight. That's a good thing for HBO. It's a good thing for boxing. You guys can win more money in the rematch. But now it's flipped. If he gets this win, now we get a rubber match. That's better. Doesn't seem like the judges are slanted. Are you worried now that if you fight a technical fight and he's going to be aggressive, he's going to be coming for the knockout, and you fight a technical fight, that you won't get this decision this time and you'll be in the situation that he's in?
I mean, that was a mouthful, but just to keep it as simple as I can, his promoter, she's been in the game a long time, and I respect her. She fought her way, and survived in a dirty business, like you said, for many, many years. But these tactics are old, man. All she's doing is trying to leverage a close decision if it happens to be close again. That's all she's doing. She's trying to leverage the situation and get ahead of the story and say, well, you know, you can't say the things that you've been saying about America, about Las Vegas, about all these different things when you're on the record saying the opposite. You sold us a story about him coming to America and making it and loving it here and bringing his family and all these different things. Now the country's against you, but you've made a living here for I don't know how many years. It's my first time ever fighting in Las Vegas. What relationship do I have with Las Vegas? That's, I don't know, maybe it's third, fourth, fifth time fighting there. So you got perception and you have reality. I'm gonna let perception hang out there and I'm focused on reality, which is June 17th.
And lastly, as you put it, to keep it simple, do you trust the judges? If it comes down to the cards, will you accept a decision in loss, if it were to be a loss, as you've accepted it in victory?
Well, with all due respect, man, I'm not even thinking about a loss. You know, my job is to make it, is to get this fight out the way within the distance, or to do it in such a way where there's no question. You know, I think the Nevada State Athletic Commission did a tremendous job. And it's not just because I won, but if you look at those scorecards, which I've had a chance to look at, they were even. You had 3 judges that scored the fight identically, maybe a different round here and there. They all came to the same conclusion. It's a unanimous decision. It's not split, it's not majority. So all 3 of those judges got it wrong. It's sour grapes, man. It's bitterness. It's, we didn't think he was going to be in there the way that he did. Let's save face. That's all they have over there at that promotional company. This is called desperation. They're panicking, and I get it. You're trying to protect your investment. But at the same time, we're going to call it out as we see it. And unfortunately, some fans are going to get caught up in it. Like, she convinced him that I didn't want the fight. They lied to him. The business of boxing had to play itself out, but the commitment was done months ago on my part. So, you know, you gotta let that stuff play out, man. And again, the perception piece is what it is, but my job is to take all excuses off the table and have a reality check June 17th.
Radio Raheem Andre SOG Ward, no excuses. Mandalay Bay, June 17th, on my birthday. Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure to talk to you.
Likewise.
Good luck, champ, on fight night.